Sometimes for performing a linear regression using a categorical variable as an independent variable, you need to create a dummy variable. A dummy variable must be created when a categorical variable has more than two modalities. And it's quite simple to do it under SPSS. Let's take an example with the International Standard Classification of Education, the ISCED variable that you can see on the screen. As you see, in that case, there's 5 modalities: ISCED 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So let's have a look on SPSS. We have the variable named ISCED here. The title is A Level of Education, and you can see here that you have the different modalities that appear. So 1 ISCED, 2 ISCED, 3 ISCED, etc. that you can see on the column on the left. Okay, so the idea is based on the ISCED variable, creating 5 new variables with a binary modality saying yes or no. Is it ISCED number 1? Yes or no. Is it ISCED number 2? Yes or no, etc. So for that, it's quite simple. You need to open the toolbar transform and creating and click and pointing and clicking on creating a dummy variable. Here, this appears, and basically you need to select the variable that you want to transform as a dummy variable here, and you need to give a new name to this variable. So let's say that we're going to call this variable education. Okay, and then you click OK. You see that it's really fast, basically because the database is really short here. You see that 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 variables have been created. 5 dummy variables have been created. So let's have a look to the dataset. And you see that exactly the 5 new variables have been created. So for taking an example here at the beginning, ISCED number 1 is the variable education number 1. When it's ISCED number 1, the value is 1. When it's not ISCED number 1, the value is 0. Same for education. Same for education number 2. You see that when it's not education number 2, it's coded 0. And when it is actually education number 2, it is coded 1, and etc. for education 3, 4, and 5.